Welcome to the Circle of Resilience. My name is Marcella.
And my name is Marika. And we felt it was time to get together again and to share um, some of the energy that we've been feeling, and we want to, yeah, kind of s- take you with us on a little journey. For those who are seeing us for the first time, we started the Circle of Resilience in Dutch, the Dutch version, and at the end of 2020, beginning of 21, because we felt like, oh, there's so much happening in the world, and um, we're actually so invited to find our own resilience, our own strength, and our own wisdom and light. Um, and we were just so curious to see how other people were doing this, how other women were doing this, because this the whole discussion is sometimes so dominated by men, that we were just curious about the stories of women and um their the embodied wisdom. Um, and then in March, we felt like, oh, we want to do a global version as well. So we invited people, friends, people that we admire or that we just have a strong connection with to share their wisdom in a conversation. Um, from all parts of the world. And we still feel that we want to keep going. It's been a little quiet for a while because we had other stuff happening in our world. But yeah, now with the kind of everything opening up again, and the challenges that brings forth with it, we felt like, oh, it's time again. So we start to, we picked it up.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful to, connect this way again and to share, yeah, just to share and hold space.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're doing here, that we kind of want to create this space where we come together, where you and I come together, but we also hold this space for everyone joining us. And oh, there goes the goddess.
Yeah, I'm just picking her up. She wants to be in this space as well.
Yeah,
It's really talking to me like, yeah, I want to be there.
I want to join.
I want to join.
Yeah. So, but we're also creating this space for everyone joining us to come back to, oh, yeah, so this is how I want to live my life. I want to be embodied. I want to be conscious about how I move through life, not only physically, but also, yeah, emotionally and spiritually, all the layers of our existence basically. And how do I keep coming back to myself, to my truth, to yeah how I want to go forward in life and
Mm.
respond to whatever is dropped on our path, or whether it's good stuff or bad stuff, or we label it as good as bad, but it's just something there, that you might feel pleasant about or unpleasant about. And how do I, move with that and all that it brings up in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also a reminder, for me, that there is this abundance of, you know, like life wants to flow through us
Mm.
no matter what. And there's an abundance of ways to, or keys to open it, or to, you know, I don't know, to taste it, to feel it, to dance with it. It's so rich. The 9 ways of well-being that we kind of, you know, also for me, it's a process of tasting them and to feel like, okay, so what does nature bring me, or what does relationships bring me? It's so full and so, yeah, it's so abundant
Yeah.
that if only I ask, if only I kind of surrender to, okay, show me, teach me, guide me. It's so different than me trying to control everything, or trying to manage it, or to make it happen.
Happen.
Yeah. you know so it's a constant reminder of, okay, so what is the other answer, what is the you know actually, more for me, it's a more natural way of finding my own answers as well.
Yeah. And not always having to know the answers right away, but taking our time to again taste them and let them unfold. Yeah. Yeah. So we today have another way of doing that for you. But as always, we start yeah, we kind of want to make space for what we're doing here by grounding in. So, Marika, will you please guide us?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, we love the grounding in. We actually did it with another group this week, and I thought, oh, how would the world look like if all governments, if all big corporations, even if schools would start with just breathing, just being conscious of your own breath and of the quiet space that you can find in yourself yeah, if you take a moment for that. So we'll do 3 breaths together. And with the first one, you kind of let come up all the things that are pulling your attention that have already been. So maybe somebody said something to you, or something happened that is you kind of replay it in your head. You just allow it to come up, and then you breathe it out. You don't need it in this moment. And then the next breath, oh yeah, and I like to close my eyes. I like to kind of ground myself a little better when I close my eyes. The second breath, you breathe in, and then all the things that are pulling your attention away from your uh, from this moment, that are things that are happening in the future. Maybe your to-do list, or a meeting, or something big happening. And for this moment, you let it go. And then the third breath is about breathing in this moment. It's breathing you into you, breathing me into me in this moment. My breath filling up my being, your breath filling up your being. And you can make that a little bit bigger by rubbing your hands together for a little bit more energy. And I'm placing a hand on your heart and your belly, feeling that breath filling you up. Like clearing your space and filling it up with you. Mm. Mm. I like doing it more than a few breaths. So then slowly you bring your attention back here to the Zoom room. And welcome.
I almost not want to break the silence. Just sitting, breathing, smiling. But I will, because I also would like to light up our candle, but also ourselves even a little bit more. So by breathing, we kind of make ourselves lighter, let go of everything we no longer need right now. And by lighting our candle, we, enforce or invite the light that's already present in us. So I light this candle for myself and for you, Marika, for what we're about to do today. But of course, also for you who is watching and listening in your own time, in your own part of the world. And for everyone connecting to, living in this way, however you want to call it, conscious, wholehearted, being open to the possibilities in life. And, there can be the people who choose to do that consciously and come together in circles like we do, whether it's women's circles or men's circles or mixed circles, global ones, or whatever age, race, or background. But maybe also everyone who is in that place in life where you feel everything is off and I'm trying to find a new way, but I have no clue where to go. I love this poem by Daniel Dobie about, I forgot the name of the poem, but where she kind of honors this moment of when you're broken on your kitchen floor, crying your eyes out, not knowing what to do or where to go, but feeling this longing to be true to yourself, do it in a different way than you've done up until now. So maybe also everyone looking for that way or place, but not knowing where to find it. And that the light is guiding us there.
Yeah.
So welcome to all of us.
Yeah.
Not alone on this journey.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for bringing those like kitchen floor moments, because they're just sometimes there. None of us have a manual.
Still haven't found it, no.
And even if you have a manual how to do your own life, then you have kids or parents or a partner and you go like, okay, so this is a new chapter in this manual. Oh, we're writing it together. And so this connection that you build up is also, it's so much part of the journey that we're on. Yeah. So I like the idea that you honor your own longing. And that is also part of our of the exercise that we would like to do with you. And they're part of the I first learned about it through Brene Brown when she talked about, I think she was at a lecture and there were all these expectations and she kind of felt like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. And then she wrote herself like a permission slip, like the one you used to get when you're in school and you have to go to the dentist and your parents have to write you a permission slip that you're not in school at that time. And she figured, okay, so how would it be if I give myself permission to, I don't know, not to be successful or to have all the right answers, or, something that was giving her the, like the confidence or the energy back of just loving what she was doing, rather than trying to meet the expectations of other people. So I think it might have been like maybe 10 years back, or I don't know how long ago, I did a course with her, and maybe 8, I can't
Whatever.
remember. And then this permission slip, this idea, just, oh, I loved it, because I love the way, I love what happens if you really, um, you know, yeah, give yourself permission for something, the generosity of really tuning into what you need in the moment, and not make it a, you know, not make it bigger or more important, but to really listen to something inside of you that says, I need this. And, so if we start listening to that voice, that's, I think sometimes that's the most, not sometimes, I think that is always the most important dialogue. And then we bring it out, you know. So you're not supposed to stay in this dialogue all the time. You're supposed to bring it out. But it starts here, So how can I give myself permission to, yeah, to be who I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's exactly what it is about for me, or yeah, in general, but also for me, that it's about right now and tiny steps. So I think I don't even have it here, but I wrote myself a permission slip once. I don't have to know everything. It's okay to not know. Um, yeah, and then sometimes we make beautiful cards, real permission slips out of them, and sometimes it's just words on a blank one, and sometimes we make these beautiful, yeah, colors and symbols, and yeah, the process of doing that is kind of um, making them even more real, or more, yeah, that I can use them and see them and put them somewhere to remind me of them, in my pocket, in my, as a picture, as at the background of my phone, or in the bathroom,
Your wallet.
your wallet, wherever you can see it. And I like to share a few that I made. So I have one here that says, I allow myself to be still. Or some of them are in Dutch, so I will translate. I give myself permission to be myself in every present moment. Or I can choose what I want to do, and I can, yeah, I don't have to do it all by myself. Yeah, I just love them. I give myself to just do. It doesn't have to be big or important or theory based. I can just do stuff. Or this is I allow myself to be a tranquil squirrel, which is like words for, I can go inside my cocoon, gather the stuff I like, and do just silly things. I don't have to, yeah, have an output. I can just be in my little cave and enjoy myself.
Yeah, so you realize that the image of you as a tranquil squirrel is like imprinted in my brain now. Yeah, but it's nice. I also have some, and just looking at them, it's like, oh, there are all these little love notes that I've written to myself, and
Yeah.
together they're like this. Wow, this is really, it's just really yummy to look at, and to and to remember, to remind myself every time. So I also have the one that it says permission not to know it, to be in this childlike wonder, and not have to wreck my brain to come up with the right answer, but to not know it. And I like this one as well. Where is it? Um, so it also brings out the child in me. Just Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney, they can make me so happy. I really like. um, yeah, it's something to do with the imagination and fantasy, and it's opening up. I have one like this. It says, um, "I make my life golden." And sometimes I go all out. I sing my own song. I like to, yeah. This one is about, I find my own direction, so I don't have to follow other people's signs. I follow my own signs. And sometimes I just have like a question that I hear. It says, what would love do? And so the idea is that you take a card and you keep it with you for a while. So this card I would pick it up and see it, and I go like, okay, so what is my answer if it originates from what would love do? And yeah, I just love how so many amazing things happen.
Mhm.
For me, it's part of intentional creativity as well, where you make something um, with the intention to be, in a way, be guided to like let information come from a different place than you know than just your left brain mind. um yeah, so we want to make one today. It's actually really short. You can pick up like a card like this that you can hang somewhere. I like those. But you can also just take a piece of paper, put a little square around it, and that's your permission slip. Um, it's really up to you how you want to do it. Um,
Yeah, and I also like sometimes I feel like oof, I'm caught up in my mind and I start struggling with life and I want to make a permission slip but I don't have, you know, the things to make it with, and I sometimes just think it and repeat it a few times in my head. So I also like that I have this collection of cards, but actually there's more of them because they're in energy. I created them in my mind. Um, yeah, so I can do this in many ways, but making them on a true piece of paper has, yeah, some magic on its own.
yeah, yeah, because you bring more ways of you bring it into expression,
Yeah.
with words and with the image maybe, or just with the color. It can just be, it makes a difference if you write it with blue or you write it with orange. It just makes a difference. So
Mhm.
yeah, opening up to that idea of, okay, which color is part of my longing, my the thing that I really, with a generous heart, wish for myself, um, and that I make true in that way as well. Yeah. Hmm.
All right.
So
Yeah.
of course you can, stop the recording for a moment if you want to get some stuff, and we will not make it too long. So if you need some more time, uh, yeah, this is up to you.
Yeah. I will put some music in the background to kind of, you know, I love how music can help us kind of, I wanted to say zoom out, but it maybe it's zooming in this time on, you know, centering yourself, not listening to everything around you, but just, yeah, kind of come into your own zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take some time to be still, feel what it is you want to write down. And it can take 10 minutes a day, maybe 5 seconds, and then put it on your paper.
Yeah, I would recommend 5 minutes or 5 seconds, not a day. Too long.
think I can do this for a whole day and keep
Yeah.
creating a few. Yeah. So I just love to, well, be creative for one, but yeah, actually just doing this is giving myself permission to, tune in, listen to what I feel, what I need, get creative. Yeah, make space for what is present right now. Yeah. Simply the act of doing it is permission.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, it's also so much about a different conversation to have, to really, invite the divine feminine to, or nature to, to bring me like an insight or something that kind of makes my cells tingle. Yeah. So I already had a little card painted at some other point. And I can really feel that the challenge for me in, doing the other work that I'm doing with the goddess and with the, being a conduit of or a vessel of divinity, divine feminine. I sometimes it scares me how bright that can be. It scares me how powerful that can be, or it doesn't really scare me in like, but it takes me by surprise, and I'm just so not used to it from examples that I've seen in my, in my surroundings or with my family. So to give myself permission to really be on this path, and to, that's a thing. It comes up every now and then. So I wrote down, I allow my fire to shine brightly and illuminate the way.
Mm.
Yeah. And then a little voice said, to illuminate my way. And I thought, no, because of the work that I'm doing, I'm illuminating the way bigger than just mine. And of course, everyone finds their own path in that, but so kind of really step into that energy of illumination. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I feel what you're saying about kind of being scared of, 'cause what you're saying, you're someone who lights my path as well. Just as we walk each other home. I love this quote by Rumi, how we yeah, you're an example or a mirror, we're doing this together, and therefore you're also shining light on my path, and I know a lot of other people around you. But to me that sometimes feels so big, like, whoa, that sounds like a responsibility. But if it comes from um yeah, that it starts here right now in this moment, um and you allow it to happen instead of having to make it happen, as we said before, then yeah, it's not a responsibility but more a byproduct. Sounds really not what I mean, but it's flowing through you, and
Yeah.
therefore lighting up other people's paths, but not, yeah, it's not that big as it might sound. Well, it is, yeah, you get what I mean, right?
Yeah. No, and it does feel like, yeah, and it feels very natural. And sometimes I do remind myself, okay, I really give myself permission to Yeah.
And it's okay that it is that big. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to play that small.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I look forward to yours. What did you write down?
I
Oh,
wrote down, I give myself permission to create from joy. And there's shiny parts, but I don't think you can, yeah, kind of see it. Glitter. I put glitter. I like glitter today. Um, because I'm already doing this a lot of the times, but I also wrote myself a permission slip today about um, allowing myself to do just one thing a day, just having one appointment or doing one big or small thing in a day, just to give myself space and not only living by my whatever's in my agenda, but also allowing my own flow to keep flowing and feeling what I need that day. So it's also about having enough space to feel what I want to give myself permission for that day. Um, but as we were doing this today, as we're again, taking time to share something in this circle, I can feel, yeah, because I have allowed myself to do just one thing a day, this whole world of other longings and possibilities opens up. And there I found this. I just want to create from joy, from what I like to do, from what I enjoy to do. Um, yeah, and we love this quote of, um,
Gabriella Bernstein.
yeah, and what's the quote?
Joy is the
The
ultimate.
ultimate creator. Exactly. Joy is the ultimate creator. Um, and that's so true. So I've been working with it, but writing it down and saying to myself, yes, this is what I want to do. And
Yeah.
I don't have to, because that, of course, that still sometimes comes up, that it has to be something, or that it has to have so many followers, or I have to do it every day. I have to make content that everyone needs or something. That's also from the mind and big, and it has to look a certain way, or it has to be perfect. No, I can just create from joy, and then have the trust that the people who need it will come and pick it, or I can invite them in, but I don't have to put it in people's faces so I can do what I want. No, I can just follow my own flow and my own joy.
Yeah. And then this happens.
And then this happens. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that what you're writing down, I can really feel it as well. Is that, yeah, we honor. Now we make this promise. We made this promise to each other, starting this circle of resilience, that we want to do it from joy.
Yeah.
That is our. I'm gonna say diesel. No, our
Fuel.
fuel. Yeah. That's our fuel,
Yeah.
because otherwise it's not real. If we make it because we kind of have to, yeah, that's not the path that we're on, you know? So yeah, from joy.
Yeah.
Yay for
But
joy.
it's not yet in my collection, so I have to. I want to put it in there. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So we're really curious about your permission slip and what you created. So please feel free to share that with us and let us know, or send us a picture, or whatever suits you. You can just respond to the email we sent you. Yeah.
And
And
know that you're welcome.
yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah.
love to see what our joy sparks with other people, and how it illuminates everyone's path.
Yeah. Perfect ending.
Yeah. So thank you for today. And thank you as well, Marika.